Well, and we've had a few issues today with gearboxes. Ross Duncan has had a bit of oil blowback and whatever, but of course the Porsche is going very well.
Of course, and we've got the first of our cars underway, and that's Keith Callanan, I believe, in the white BDA Escort from Queensland. A great competitor, Keith Callanan, runs in all sorts of things. He's got a Di Tommaso Pantera, he runs in tarmac rallies as well. As you can see, the lights dancing through the trees over at the back of the showground, and slides the car around through the pavilion. You'll see him in a moment over the jump into the main showground.
Of course, these cars run 4 driving licenses, big CB Super Oscars, 100 watts each. These are needed out in the forest so the crews can do up to 200 kilometres an hour out in those forests.
Of course, these were the mainstay of Ford's rally attack in the 70s and 80s. The Ford Cosworth BDA engine under the bonnet, 2 litres, or they're actually called an RS 1800, and a 5-speed close ratio gearbox, and of course the very heavy rear end in the back. Callanan throws the little Escort around, and don't they sound fast?
And he's probably the only other people apart from these guys can afford one. So, the other thing interesting with Ford, of course, is that only at the last rally in New Zealand, when they won the World Championship event there, of course, that's 75 World Championship wins to overtake Lancia, of course, as the most winningest rally team in the world history.
Indeed it was. Of course, the World Rally Championship starting in 1979, and the BDA Escort of Ian Hill, in fact, painted classic colours of, this is the Datsun Violet, by the way, of Tesla. No. Nikola Tesla in the Datsun
Just bogging down
Violet GT, or Datsun Stanza as we knew them here. And it's in the classic Philip Morris colours. Hope he's not going to get into trouble like Ferrari did last week and have to take the barcode off.
Making one at the speedy.
This should be Ian Hill, I think. Let's listen to the BDA Escort. How good's that, folks? The fantastic sound of the Coffs Harbour boy, Wayne Hoy, being co-driven, navigated by Lindsay Coffs. And I might just try and jump in there and say a quick word to Wayne, see what he thought of the day. Wayne, welcome back to Coffs Harbour. How was that?
Oh, pretty good fun, actually. Untidy. Oh, good fun.
You look pretty quick out in the forest this afternoon. I think you got fastest time for the historical stage too.
Oh, yeah, well, good to hear that. I didn't know that, so...
That's what I was told. It might be misinformation.
Yeah, I think so. Well, we weren't going next week.
Anyway, best of luck for the weekend as we watch Keith Callanan tackle his second round.
Keith, of course, has got the historic motorsport RS 1800. This car has got a $50,000 engine and gearbox.
Another great effort there from Keith Callanan. This all-alloy Cosworth engine,
built brand new in England. Only 2 weeks ago, of course, this car came over from the Otago Rally in New Zealand, had a blown engine and gearbox. Keith rang Historic Motorsport in England and ordered a brand new engine and gearbox, had it flown out with their chief mechanic.
As we watch another Stanza, this time the car of Scott McCloy. the Datsun stanza. The dust just lingering a bit on the stage here tonight.
Got the local, of course, and he's well known for throwing the car around, as you can see, and of course he was second fastest out on the stages today, as you can see.
Scott, how did that go?
Yeah, mate, very, very dusty. Good fun.
Got one more run to go. No problems. We've got more cars out on the stage. Of course, the other Datsun stanza of Nikola Tesla out for its second run. And the next car on the stage will be a very different car, and that's the Mazda RX-7 of Will Orders. Of course, the cousin of Scott and Mark Petter and part of the Petters family. And that RX-7 Mazda is a replica of the car the Petters family and their business used to sponsor with Hugh Bell at the wheel back in the early 1980s.
The car's reputed to have over 300...
Sunday that they may well see close to that sort of speed if they've got enough courage, can I put it that way?
5 times Australian champion on the course now, Ross Duncan in another RS800, John.
Duncan, of course, normally on an ARC round is part of the TV coverage as a commentator and working with around here. The host broadcaster Black Magic to put together the ARC TV package. Duncan being co-driven by his wife Lisa. Duncan giving it all it's got. Roscoe. We'll get a driver's perspective of that. That looked pretty good, Ross.
I made a couple of blues in there.
You shouldn't have told us, we couldn't see it.
No, there's a couple, just it was hard to see because we came around there a little bit rusty and it was pretty hard to pick up. We went through the bonding, but as he said, nobody saw it, eh? Good.
Is that old age or what? Sorry? Is that old age?
Well, after today it is, because I've got to go and do it another 2 days and it was pretty scary today, but anyway, get out in the forest and have a look at these cars because they do the business.
Just done the first.
We will indeed. Ross Duncan's having a bit of trouble seeing where he is going.
Sorry, John. Ross Duncan is first person under a minute. First person now under 1 minute around our special stage here. We have Ian Hill back on the course now for his second run, and we'll see what time he's done.
So we're just going to get some time so far. Ian Hill, he was pensive there in the car as Darren Stooks, who had a few problems out on the stages today. Lost reverse gear when he overcooked it on McRae's, the final stage of the afternoon in the forest. And as we mentioned earlier, his crew are going to swing into action after this 2 runs through the Super Special, and we'll have a new close ratio Datsun gearbox fitted to that car overnight.
Because, Darren Snooks, of course, is former Targo top 5 result getter and, of course, won the 2007 Alpine Rally.
Events through the 70s and 80s, and of course, most particularly the Southern Cross Rally. We might just quickly jump in and have a quick chat to Darren. Darren, a few problems this afternoon out in the forest with the gearbox?
Oh, it was my fault. I stuffed up the corner and then stuck in reverse. Prompted me up for reverse, I think. So, the gearbox fault out so we can change it.
Is that going to happen tonight?
Yeah, it'll happen straight after.
No problem. Well, look, best of luck and hope you can get that changed in time. As Scott McCloy out on the stage again in his Datsun stanza.
Scott, well known for putting on a show around town.
Wayne Hoy.
Wayne Hoy, another one of his mates from local, former local, and doing a great job.
That red, white and blue colour scheme is very confusing out there.
Day that he would be driving this car at 11 against everywhere. So,
Jeff Davis, we might be missing the Mazda RX-7. The Jeff Davis we spoke to a little earlier, and he loves the balance of this Porsche, and he really does throw it around the forest and gives it everything it's got. Beautiful roar from that flat 6 boxer engine tucked in behind the rear wheels. Fantastic effort. I can hear a rotary engine. I think wheel orders will be along shortly. This is Scott McCloy for his second run through the stage.
Fantastic power slider out there, John.
Classic. Tail down, nose up, full-on power slide on the dirt, which was such a trademark of rallying in the 70s. Great effort there from Scott McCloy. This historic sort of heritage rallying will grow and expand. More people building
Will Orders was former Australian Rally Championship competitor in the Mike Thompson Subaru, and in South Australia clocked the fastest ever time on a special stage of 225 kilometres an hour, but through the police radar.
He certainly wasn't lacking in courage. Look at this, folks. Beautifully judged. Will Orders in the Mazda RX certainly didn't lack any commitment then. Oh, we'll give it a red hot crack. How was it out in the forest today?
It was not too bad. It probably wasn't the best road for the car, but I think tomorrow
Should shine a little bit better. How good is it getting back into something like this, a rear-wheel drive, rotary-powered monster like this RX-7 after four-wheel drive turbo car?
Oh, it's hard work.
No power steering. It's fun though. Yeah, it's great fun to watch as well, and we wish you all the best for the rest of this weekend.
We have Ross Duncan, 5-time Australian champion on the course right now, and his escort.
I'm going to go around and try and have a chat to his wife, Lisa, this time. Get a
About 10 years there. No, he didn't. That was a very good job. Nice bit of driving, I thought. Looks all right from inside the car anyway,
the outside, I thought. So, what's it like being alongside hubby in a rally like this and the fantastic BDA escort?
Well, we haven't been together in over a decade, so I'm delighted to be back in the car with him, and I think I'm the envy of quite a few participants.
You certainly are. What a great seat to have, and we wish you all the best of luck for the rest of the weekend. Lisa Duncan, wife of 5 times Australian Rally champion Ross Duncan, of course in this beautiful RS 1800 Escort, and this car, the same colour scheme as that run by the late great Roger Clark.
John, we've got Darren Snooks for his second run again in the 2-litre Stanza, giving it another run, and I'm sure he'll better his time. Most drivers are actually bettering their times, John, on the second run, even though the course is cutting up a little bit.
Well, that's not surprising, obviously, getting a bit more attuned to the course. Also, despite the fact that it's getting a bit dustier, the cars are tending to bite down into the surface and get a bit more traction. Darren Snooks absolutely